Hello everyone, welcome to Just Invest Today, and in today's video we're going to talk about Meet Kevin and Jeremy from Financial Education and wondering what is happening because all their stocks are crashing, like Tattooed Chef, like Honest, like Affirm, like Lemonade, etc. And people are talking about it. So does this make them a bad investor, a bad stock picker? And this goes into the bigger picture about YouTube and like the whole YouTube stock picking, the financial education sector here, because man, it can get complicated. Your stocks can be crashing and then everyone comes out and says you're a bad investor. So we're going to get into it. And this came to my mind because a tweet someone came out with, and they're basically saying, oh, don't listen to these people because look at what their record is showing you. You're gonna analyze what this guy said, and if it's true, if it's false. How are we thinking about this YouTube topic about people picking stocks, you following them, your stocks crashing, and then you're blaming them? Because we've seen what happened. A lot of people came out to blame Meet Kevin for his stock purchases, and then him just selling out randomly on he put the video out on a Saturday and he sold out probably on a Friday, but he didn't tell anyone really on Saturday when he already sold out. This is becoming like a topic of discussion on, should you be following YouTube stock pickers? Are they bad investors? How is the financial space turning out to be? And this is including me. This is not just Jeremy. This is not just Meet Kevin. This is everyone in the YouTube space. So let's get into this tweet. Can you please like this video? Subscribe to my channel. I'm always providing you with so much new content. Click that like button. Click that subscribe button. Subscribe. Oh, look at this tweet right here. Some of Meet Kevin YouTube's top picks from all-time highs. Affirm 73%, 85%, 78%, 83%, 58%, 73%. 1.8 million subscribers and makes 20 mil per year. I'm not sure if that's true, on his YouTube channel, and is selling courses though. So this guy's calling him a clown for all these picks, and just looking at this from face value, you're like, yeah, he's a bad investor. Like, look at these percentage losses. Like, look at Affirm, 1 year 163 all the way down, like a 63% decline, all the way from 163 all the way down to 59. We have Lemonade, all-time high of 160. Man, this is just like a year ago. Look at this downfall. It's literally crazy. 82%. Look at Jeremy stock, TTCF. TTCF gets huge notice from Jeremy. He always talks about it. $24 all the way, 50% decline to $11.85. Honest has been getting killed from $23. Can you imagine having the stock at $23? And then look, boom, 74%. Honest has been getting killed. So is Jeremy, is Meet Kevin bad investors for this? And this goes into the argument that people in the YouTube sphere, the YouTube market, are faced with this huge dilemma. If you say your picks, if you say anything about your stocks, people are going to say you're a bad investor. Look at your stocks. They dropped all this percent. And even I'm getting it with Alibaba. Alibaba has crashed 50%. So people are going to say, yes, you're a bad investor. Look what's happening with your stock, with your portfolio. You're down 15%, 30%, whatever you're down. But people keep forgetting, like, you have to give YouTubers the grace. Like your stock picks don't turn out positive right away. And that's what people keep forgetting on YouTube. You do your own research first. And if you find out these stock picks are good for you, they're good buys, you buy them. But you have to understand that your stock picks are not going to always work out right away. Some might take a year, 2 years, 6 years, 7 years. There's so many times Peter Lynch has said that his best investments took 6 years, 7 years to actually play out fully. Can you imagine that, waiting 6, 7 years? And during the whole time in YouTube, you have to keep spilling out content. You have to keep making content. Bam, 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 bam. And then you're seeing constantly, oh, look at your picks. Your stock picks are down 50%, 60%. But what if in 3-4 years, those picks turn out to be 10, 15xers? Who's to say that doesn't happen? So just relying on the stock price, on the short-term movements, doesn't give these YouTubers, me, Jeremy, Kevin, anyone in the YouTube sphere, the opportunity to see these plays actually really play out. I'm not saying these are good stocks to pick or not saying these are good stocks to have, but you have to give investors grace, especially if they lay out their investment thesis and they still feel like their thesis hasn't really played out in the market. Because in the short term, no one really knows where the market is going to go. And then when you look at Jeremy's honest TTCF, whatever, you have to understand, you have to look at his track record. If his track record for 5 to 10 years, because he's been an investor for a long time, so you've seen all the money he's gained in the market. So you have to kind of rely on that track record, that performance over that period of time, over the short term 1 or 2 years. Because you're going to say everyone's a bad investor in 1 or 2 years because everyone is not invested in the top S&P 500 stocks, and that's going to kill a lot of investors. So this guy coming out saying Jeremy's a clown or freaking Meet Kevin's a clown because remember, all his picks are bad right now, doesn't give you the full picture. Still got to look at the opposite view. If that Twitter guy said that, oh, Jeremy's a bad investor because he doesn't really adhere to his own advice, saying, oh, buy the dip, we're in it for the long term, blah, 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 then yes, you can say he's a bad investor because he doesn't live by his philosophy, his actual mindset when it comes to investing, his long-term aspect. He's more of a day trader and you didn't realize he was more of a day trader. Then like you could be like, yeah, he's a bad investor. But you can't say he's a bad investor just because his stocks are down 50%, 60%, 70%, because then everyone's a bad investor. There's been numerous amount of times where Warren Buffett has been down 30%, his stocks, or 20%. You can say that about any investor. When Peter Lynch, he says that his Taco Bell went down from like 15 to like 3 or 4. Even right now, Charlie Munger, people say Charlie Munger's getting old, he's a bad investor. Alibaba's down 60%, so he's a bad investor. So people are not giving people that actually have that vision of a long-term investing that grace. So that's what I think about when people keep commenting, people keep saying you're a bad investor because your stocks are down, blah, blah, blah. You have to take in the whole picture. You can't just look at 1, 2 year results and say you are a bad investor. You got to look at track records. And most people on YouTube have not built a 10-year, 15-year track record of returns. So you can't claim people are a bad investor, a good investor yet until they build a damn track record. So that's what I'm seeing, man. So guys, tell me what you think about this video. Like it, subscribe to my channel, and I'll get back to you in the next video. Peace!